Hi, this is Kristina, and I am with Northwest Kansas Radio. I am here today with Jennifer. She is the Executive Director of Options. We don't probably see her as much because she's out of the Hayes office.
That's correct.
But she wants to talk about Options at the end of the year and their Light of Hope campaign and what's been going on for this year with Options. So,
Yes.
yeah, talk to me a little bit about, first of all, let's talk about your Light of Hope.
Yes. So Light of Hope, that campaign is really our last opportunity for the year to really raise funds to help us fill the gaps that federal and state grants don't fill. And this year, more than ever, our need has just continued to grow and grow. Our services are up again, 60% more than our service requests were last year.
So what you mean is that 60% more people are looking for your services as far as they're needing help.
Correct. That's right.
I mean,
That's
we have
right.
to kind of keep in mind that this isn't just a car wash. I mean,
That's right.
Right.
It's 24-hour services that's in 18 counties across Northwest Kansas. And, shelter, I think, has been our largest area of growth this year. People requesting shelter who need a safe place to stay so that they can escape domestic violence, sexual assault, stalking, or human trafficking. At one point this year, we had our shelter holds 14 people. We have 14 beds. And during the pandemic, we were down to one person per bedroom, so we had to overflow people into hotels because we never want to turn anyone away for services.
Right.
And as the year progressed, those requests continued to grow and grow. And at one point, we had 28 people in 4 different hotels in 3 different towns that we were really working to make sure people were staying safe in the communities where they needed to be, or in a different community if that kept them more safe.
So during the pandemic, you saw the numbers increase.
We did.
Have they come back down?
No, they are continuing to increase, and that we really didn't expect. We really had anticipated that our numbers would go back down to pre-pandemic levels. And, I think we did a lot of advertising, we did a lot of community awareness and outreach, and I think that more and more people are aware of where they can go to get the help they need, which is great.
Right. It's almost, you don't want to have high numbers, but at the same time, you want to know that people are getting the help if they need it.
That's exactly right.
Right? So
That's
it's kind of...
Yeah, it's a funny catch-22.
It is.
We really want people to come and use the services, but we hate that they have to be there for them.
Right.
So, but we're so grateful for the donors and that we have in the communities that help make sure that even when we don't know where the money was coming from to put people into hotels, it's not always the best business decision to put them in a hotel when you don't know where the money's coming from, but it's always the best people decision. And that's where our heart is. And that's where donors have continued to bring support. We did get some COVID grants through the federal government, and that helped. We spent about $70,000 on hotels just in this year alone. And in the 7 years I've been the executive director, we haven't spent that much in all 7 years combined.
Oh, wow.
And so it's tremendous, the need that we have had.
So now that we're back to, I don't know, normal, we're not in a pandemic period. I don't know if it's
the new normal, whatever this is.
But so we feel like, but your numbers are still high. You're still looking, for placement for people, and you're still needing the funds, and you're not probably getting as many funds from the government because the pandemic is over.
That's
correct?
Right. That's right. And so, we're still experiencing the effects of that, but the funding for that is beginning to go away. We've also had some of our state and federal grants decrease in the last couple of years, and they have not restored back to those pre-pandemic levels either.
So you really depend on donations.
We do. We really, really do. They fill the gap that our grants can't fill. Especially when people come and need services and our resources are depleted. That's where we really rely on those donors to fill that gap and to keep people safe and to get them those life-saving crisis intervention services that they really need.
Sure. So how can people donate?
Yeah. lots of different ways. You can go online. You can go on our webpage to www.helpforabuse.org. That's the number 4. And go straight to our donate page. You can also, we have a QR code on that page that you could scan into your phone. It'll take you directly to that page. You could mail a check to our office in Hayes, or you can drop a check off at the Colby office to Carla. She'd love to take that, and we'll make sure that we get that in Hayes. Folks can earmark different donations for different things that are important to them, and that's always an option for people too.
Sure.
Yeah. We encourage people also to think about end-of-life gifts. That we hope that it's many, 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 many years before before we utilize those gifts, but those can be a great benefit to people as well.
Sure. Okay, so we've talked about getting some money and needing the donations and needing why it's important. Why the numbers have gone up, and so we're needing more money. You're needing to fill those gaps and to help more people.
Yes.
Let's just talk about real quick. Review to me the services that Options offers.
Yeah. So we have 13 basic, we call them core services, and many of them are 24 hours. We provide 24-hour crisis intervention, a 24-hour helpline, that's 800-794-4624. They can call that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We also have a 24-hour texting and chatting hotline. You can text the word HOPE, H-O-P-E, to 847-411 and have a private confidential texting chat with an advocate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you have a smartphone or a flip phone, or if you have a computer, you can also go to our webpage, helpforabuse.org, and there's a chat button on the webpage as well. So that's several of the ways. We also have 2 advocates that run a circuit around all of the communities that we serve. And so if you don't live where in a community where we have a satellite office, excuse me, there is an advocate who is in each community a couple times every month. And there's a list of those dates and times and locations on our website. So if traveling to Hayes or to Colby is not an option, and we know there are lots of reasons why, that's an alternative. We also have a virtual advocate. It works just like a telemed doc, the doc in the box. You call it up. You can go right onto the web page, log right in without an appointment, and meet with an advocate over the computer.
Over the computer, it's anonymous, and
it's anonymous. It's you can see each other's faces, so you're a little more connected than a phone call if you would like to make more connection. And it's a great alternative also if you can't travel for whatever reason to come into an office, and you don't need a special program or anything like that. You just go right in through our webpage.
Easy to use on any computer or phone.
Yes, exactly.
Right, and that's the
point. So
point.
phone, text, walk in without an appointment, use our virtual advocate without an appointment, lots and lots of different ways.
So this is a hard topic, but this is your business, but who should be reaching out to you? Why should they be reaching out to you?
That's a great question. Really anyone. If you are directly experiencing any of those types of violence and abuse, if you're not sure what's happening and you're just want someone to talk to, anyone can call. A friend, a family member, a neighbor can call. If you know someone in your life who's experiencing domestic violence or sexual assault, and you're not sure how to help them, you can call, and we'll be able to provide that help as well. So it's not just victims. It's anyone who's supporting them or trying to help them, or who wants to know what they can do to help their friend or loved one. We serve men, women, children, and teens. So literally anyone of any age, of any sex, can come and get our services.
Perfect. So you told me that you are actually looking for help in your Colby office.
We are.
So if you want to talk about that a little bit and let us know what position you have and how fun it would be to work with Carla.
Yes, so it's a rural advocate position, and Carla is fantastic. She's fun, funny, very vibrant, a lot of fun to work with. She has an incredible heart for working with survivors. And so anyone who works in that office with Carla is going to have a great working roommate.
Right.
It's a part-time position, and we're really looking for someone that is interested in traveling to local communities and providing our mobile advocacy services. And so they can send their resume to mzl@helpforabuse.org.
Okay.
They can send a resume and cover letter. They could just call our phone number and ask about the position.
Perfect.
And so, yeah, it'll be a really fun position. It's not a boring job where you're just sitting behind a desk answering a phone. You're out in the field, really working, meeting with people every single day.
Helping people every day.
Yes, that's right.
Perfect.
Changing lives.
Perfect. Anything else you want to cover while you're here seeing me today?
Yeah, I think, we do offer a lot of services that people don't know about, in addition to all of our crisis intervention services and counseling and support groups. We have some classes. We offer youth classes as well, so youth groups, youth ministers, school counselors, health care teachers, anyone who's interested in helping kids learn about healthy relationships and safe relationships. We have 2 different classes that we teach. They're free, and we can work with anyone. One is called Safe Dates, and the other one is called Love is Not Abuse, and they're really geared towards teens.
Perfect.
The great thing about those is that we can tweak those classes and really work with youth and faith communities and partner together to deliver that together with a youth minister. And it's a really fantastic curriculum that really helps kids to see not just the red flags in their relationship, but what are the yellow flags before the danger happens? What are the signals that maybe something's not quite what it should be, not quite healthy in the way that it should be. And so it's a wonderful, wonderful class.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be great. So if you're looking to get more information or you want to know how to steer kids in the right direction, to have healthy relationships in the future so that we don't have as many problems in the future.
That's right. We really are about not just providing helpful services after the fact, but preventing hurts before they happen.
Sure.
That's really important. And then we also have a really great class called, it's not really a class, but it's called our Safe Bar Alliance. And it's really geared towards helping bar owners be able to keep their own bar staff safe from sexual harassment from customers that might have imbibed a little too much. And it also helps with bystander intervention, so that if someone is experiencing predatory behavior in a bar, bartenders are trained to do some bystander intervention to know how to safely stop that and intervene, and how to get that person the help that they need, whether that's calling police, calling a friend, calling options. And the bar owners get free training for their staff as many times a year as they need them, because we know there's a lot of turnover, in bars. And so we're happy to come out 3, 4, 5 times a year and continue to keep your staff trained. It's always free. We've got some free bar swag that goes along with that. That really helps people know they can trust the bartender as their friend, and that's who they can go to if something is happening, in that bar. And everyone who participates, every bar owner participates, gets a big window cling that they can put in their window, so that people in the community know this is a place where we can come and where the staff have been trained to look for predatory behavior, and I can be a little more safe here in this bar. Bar owners, we celebrate a lot of life's events in bars. We mourn the passing of friends in bars. There are places to go and connect with people, and unfortunately sometimes alcohol is used as a tool for sexual assault. And bar owners don't want that happening in their bars. And so this is a great way. It's called the Safe Bar Alliance. Get lots of free advertising, so any bar owners that are interested in that, even if you just want a little more information, just give our office a call, and we'll have somebody talk to you about it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jennifer, thank you for stopping in.
Thank you.
And of course, if you have any questions or if you need help yourself, you can reach out to Options. That phone number and text number are going to be on the screen here in the video. and we'll talk to someone again soon.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Happy